Hey Cdrama lovers, are you on the hunt for your next swoon-worthy, heart-fluttering romantic series? Well, guess what? It's a Chinese drama called Eat, Run, Love. Today, we are diving deep into 3 compelling reasons why this drama should be on your next binge list. We are talking passionate characters, driven ambitions, and all the angst that makes for an unforgettable love story. So grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's find out why Eat, Run, and Love is a must-watch. Before we jump into it, let's get properly introduced to Eat, Run, Love. This is a romantic Chinese drama that centers around 2 university students whose lives and passions bring them together in an engaging way. Our male lead is Gang Yang, played by the charismatic Chen Fi-yu. Gan Yang is an enterprising university student and an avid runner, and incredibly passionate about designing state-of-art sports shoes. His dream is to revolutionize his mother's well-established shoe business with fresh ideas and new technology. Then we have our female lead, Din Zitong. She's a brilliant student, but life hasn't been easy for her. She's weighed down by her family's overwhelming financial debt, and her primary focus is to get a well-paying job to provide for her mother and pay back their relatives. For Zitong, love isn't exactly on her list of priorities. The story explores how these two, with their different outlooks and priorities, cross paths. Gan Yang is drawn to Zitong, but she initially resists his advances, focused on her ambitions. But as with all good romances, persistence and genuine care start to break down those walls. There's also a hint at a later storyline where, after a separation, Zitong, now a toughened career woman, encounters Gan Yang again as the elusive CEO she needs to secure a deal with. Intriguing, right? While I can't specify the exact streaming platform, you can typically find popular Chinese dramas on services like Viki, VTV or Youku, so be sure to check those out. Alright, let's dive into the first major reason to watch Eat, Love, Run, and it's all about a male lead, the steadfast and passionate Gang Yang. Gang Yang, brought to life by Chen Fi-yu, literally lives to run and design shoes. He's not just dreaming, he and his friend are actively dedicated to researching and developing sophisticated running shoes to elevate his family's business. Talk about ambition. But his passion isn't just for his career. Chen Fi-yu's portrayal of Gang Yang is beautiful. He's understanding, caring, and utterly loving. And get this, Gang Yang is a feminist who genuinely wants to see his woman, Zitong, excel and thrive in her own success. We absolutely love to see it. His attentiveness to Zitong is a key part of his charm, like getting her medicine for period pain and cooking her nutritional meals. Knowing she's thrifty with her own expenses due to her financial situation, he simply wants to see her happy and carefree. This level of thoughtfulness is peak romantic lead material, even when circumstances might force him to keep a distance from her. His priority remains her well-being. He apparently tells his friends that as long as Zitong is well and happy, that's all that matters to him. That's some selfless love, right? His cute courtship efforts, like leaving her notes at the airport and even traveling across cities just to renovate a home for her. The effort, the dedication. There's even a comparison to Chen Fi-yu's role as Li Zun in Lighter and Princess. Noting that while Gang Yang might be a far cry from that character, they share a common thread of altruism. If you loved Chen Fi-yu before, or if you're looking for a male lead who is both driven and deeply supportive, Gang Yang sounds like he'll steal your heart. Now, moving on to the second reason, which shines a spotlight on our equally compelling female lead, the unrelenting and driven Ding Zitong. Ding Zitong is not your average carefree university student. She's heavily burdened by her family's overwhelming financial debt. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a driving force in her life. She's a brilliant student, laser focused on landing a high paying job to pay back their relatives who are constantly hounding her and her mother for money, especially after her father's death. You can already feel the pressure she's under. This financial struggle has shaped her personality. Zitong is described as frugal. Everything for her comes at a price. She's learned to fend for herself and strongly dislikes taking favors or feeling obliged to anyone. So when the bright-eyed and clearly well-off Gang Yang starts to woo her, her natural instinct is to reject him. Love is not on her list of priorities, and in her mind might even get in the way of her crucial ambitions and goals. But here's where the romance blooms. Despite her initial rejections, she finds herself falling for the kind-hearted Gang Yang. Why? Because he loves her unconditionally and provides her with the comfort and care that she often so denies herself due to her circumstances. He sees her struggles and wants to alleviate them, not out of pity, but out of genuine affection. There is also a tease of her transformation later in the story, describing a future Zitong who is toughened by heartbreak, cold, and mechanical, aiming for a managing director position. This suggests a significant emotional journey for her character, making her even more complex and interesting to watch. A female lead who is strong, intelligent, driven by necessity, and who undergoes significant development. Now that's a character to root for. And finally, third reason to tune into Eat, Run, Love is tantalizingly titled Love, Labors Lost. Now this doesn't mean it's all tragedy. Instead, it points to the journey, the challenges, the angst, and ultimately the rewarding path of their love story. The initial courtship between Gang Yang and Zitong is cute, with Gang Yang making most of the effort, which, as we've learned, is considerable. But it's not all smooth sailing. The drama leans into the differences in their personalities. Zitong is described as prickly and prudent, while Gang Yang is more of a dreamer and adaptable. These contrasting traits are bound to create some interesting dynamics, and yes, probably some drama. And speaking of drama, the show doesn't shy away from it. There are a few moments that can get annoying, and the writing does get a bit choppy towards the end. There's even a hint of a potential love thread coming Gang Yang's way. But as many fans say, what's a love story without angst and lots of drama? It's those very challenges that often make the reconciliation and the journey so much more satisfying to watch. The show teases a situation where, after they meet again years later, Zitong is initially adamant about not wanting to hear Gang Yang's explanations for their past breakup. But then, Gang Yang cleverly devises a pitch to make her understand the struggles and his journey while they were apart. Sounds like a pivotal, emotionally charged moment, right? And it seems the support isn't one-sided. When Gang Yang's company later runs into trouble after he apparently helps her out with the financing deal, it's Zitong who steps up to help him. This suggests that despite the heartbreak and the prickly exterior, she still might develop feelings for him, or at least the inherent desire to support someone she cares for comes through. This push and pull, the misunderstandings, the eventual understanding, and the mutual support through hardship, that's the juicy stuff of a compelling romance. So there you have it. Based on everything we've explored, Eat, Run, Love offers a compelling package, a steadfast, passionate, and feminist male lead in Gang Yang, played by the delightful Cheng Fi-yu. An unrelenting, driven, and complex female lead is Din Zitong, who undergoes a significant personal journey, and a love story filled with cute courtship, personality clashes, dramatic angst, and ultimately the hard-won efforts of love. While it's fair to mention a few potential writing hiccups towards the end, the overall picture is of a drama that pulls you into the lives of its characters and delivers on the romantic Chinese drama experience. If you enjoy stories about ambitious individuals, supportive partners, and love conquering obstacles with a healthy dose of drama along the way, then Eat, Run, Love definitely sounds like it should be on your watch list this summer. What do you think? Are there reasons enough to convince you to check this one out? Have any of you already started watching it? If so, what are your thoughts? Without spoilers, of course. I'd love to hear which of these reasons resonate with you the most. Let me know everything in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this if you enjoyed this Chinese drama spotlight, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow drama enthusiasts and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more drama recommendations and news. Thanks for watching and I shall see you in my next video. That's all for now. See ya.